The BODYBAGS are back, baby. Clownface and Panda have been gone for so long, I kind of forgot about them for a second, but yeah, they are back with the new art style and a new story. And crossing over with this amazing comic book series hack and slash, they're going to face off against each other, and it is going to be exciting. Just a quick recap for our new viewers. Clownface is a bounty hunter, but in his world they call them BODYBAGS. He is the best of the best, and one day, a kid walks up to his house claiming to be his daughter. She really was, of course, and she's an absolute psycho just like her father. Now that we're all caught up, let's begin. Because our story begins in a cemetery with some brothers getting together to mourn their gang-banging mother. Yup, she's about that life, and so are they. She likes to rob and steal, and when she passed away, they thought the best way to give blessings to their mother in the afterlife was to rob somebody at her grave. Wrong move. Because this is not just any city. This is the city with no rules, no laws. You draw a piece, you better use it, or you get dead. Sadly, they did not use it. They had just met the Edgelord. He had come back as a slasher. For those of you who are confused, slashers are basically zombified serial killers, back from the dead because of hatred or malice. And this one was back for love. You see, he came to the graveyard of his love, a woman we saw die in the first few issues of BODYBAGS, Cisco, and he gave her his heart. This chain of events is what ties together with the hack and slash characters. Let me introduce you to Cassandra and her partner Vlad. Now, much like Panda and Clownface, they were also hunters, but these guys hunt killers. They were the killers of killers, bruh. Isn't that crazy? They got a report about a slasher killing kids and they decided, alright, we're finna pull up. But be careful, Terminus is not a regular city. There ain't no rules, man. It's basically the Wild Wild West with cyborgs and shit. Alright, she was cool with that, honestly. She needed something to get her mind off her brain because you see, she had a problem with caving in skulls, and this was just an outlet for her to do that. With the support of Vlad, they set off. But you see, they didn't know what they were walking into because our family, our BODYBAG crew, were not normal at all. You see, Clownface was a maniac and his daughter, well, she was fucking insane. So insane, in fact, she killed a plug. Someone who linked them up with a job. Now her weakness was costing her father money. He could not have that. Yeah, you need more training, kid. So I'm dropping you off at this school. Learn with the other baby baggers how to do your job properly, alright? Don't come back till you've learned something. Panda, of course, was freaking out. She didn't want to do this, but Clownface ain't soft. Get the fuck out my car. And she did, because her father don't play. She met her teacher, of course, and she guided her in, confiscating her weapon, because there was no weapon allowed. Her father just had one rule: no boys. She was not even attracted to no boys she saw here. They were just too soft for her. And then she saw him. And everything changed. She forgot she had a father. Hey man, say man, you could go. I'm good. And she just walked over to him like she knew him from somewhere. She didn't, of course. Like I said, she was crazy. In the city though, things were cooking up because, yeah, Black Angus, right hand of the once powerful Cisco, was being sought after by a beautiful girl. Cassandra, she checked the file of Edgelord and realized that they did jobs together. She wanted information, but he was hard. He was never going to tell her shit. She decided to go in the hard way. Let me know what I need to know, or I'm going to fucking kill you. And he started to sing like a bird. We worked together a few times. He was part of the crew before he went off. I never liked him. He seemed like a freak to me. If you're looking for him though, maybe you should check out Mack. You know, Clownface. He would probably know more about him than me. And so she found out the information she needed and she left. But you see, that was a plant. Black Angus had beef with Clownface. He hoped she would kill Clownface for him. He thought it was smart, but this would come back to bite him. Right now, though, they had to break off. Vlad was sent to get Clownface, and she went to get Panda. Ooh, Panda. All the players were starting to take their position, and one wild card made a wrong move. An arms dealer who had gotten word that the killer of killers were entering this city. He was hoping to sell this to the cops and get less time on his sentence, and it worked. Honestly, These guys were notorious. They have killed hundreds of people. This was the opportunity to get good press. They were never going to miss it. But you see, when it comes to Clownface, they should have rethought their decision. Clownface has been having it hard. He lost his best friend, and everywhere he looked, it seems like he was just there, giving him advice, when suddenly he just got a call from Black Angus. He was calling to let him know people were coming to kill him. How stupid could you be? You just snitched on yourself, bruh. Clownface let him know, when this is done, I'm coming for you. Now, it's time to lock in. With his big, gigantic blades, he switched on the lights, finding Vlad and letting him know you picked on the wrong fucking guy. Now, where was Powder doing all of this? Well, she was in class. And Cassandra found out the hard way why this is a lock-in course. They literally locked the students in. Now it was time to break off into groups. And sadly enough, Panda's crush was in her group. Now, she has never had a boyfriend, nothing like that, so this was overwhelming. She was rushing with adrenaline. Only if she knew someone here wanted her dead. Edgelord gave his undying heart to Cisco, and she has returned, missing half of her brain. She was just here to kill young people, cheerleaders specifically, and she was going to do it one way or another. But Clownface was locked in combat. Vlad was not a weak opponent. Neither was Clownface. You pulled up on me? Do you know who I am? Vlad didn't care. So Clownface said, I'ma fuck up your mask. Maybe you'll care then. He crushed it in one kick, and this pissed Vlad off. He only just came here to talk. Why the hell is he being attacked? Panda, on the other hand, was doing the attacking. She was crushing on a guy that didn't give a damn about her. Matter of fact, he liked a cyborg. He was giving all the attention to her, and it was starting to piss Panda off. Cassandra was more focused on finding the slasher, while the rest of the class, well, they learned about the usefulness of a mask, how to use it for intimidation or seduction. While doing this, she noticed that the whole class was just there picking on freaking Panda. Unknown to them that Panda was literally a pro at this. You're new. Focus. Learn. The teacher may have not known this, but she signed that kid's death warrant. You see, Cisco was back and she was targeting a cheerleader because that's the last thing she remembered. She's missing half her brain. So the second she saw one, she said, I'ma take your brain too. Clownface, on the other hand, was still locked in combat with Vlad. He was actually surprised that Vlad was keeping up with his knife skills. And funny enough, he actually threw his knife. This simple act seemed to impress Clownface even more because he responded in kind. Only difference is his knife is tricked out. It's basically a grenade. He fucked up his own crib. And the fight, well, it wasn't still yet over. Vlad was basically immortal for some reason. While Panda, she was losing her cool. She started to literally shout her name like she was the Princess of Sheba. Come to find out, people were dying, losing half of their skulls. She must have realized that at this moment, I shot somebody taking away half their brain. Maybe. And then she heard a voice from the shadow, spooking her. Who the fuck? She launched an attack instantly. She didn't want to talk or hear. She grabbed Cassandra and started just pummeling her skull. She beat her brakes off. Simple. And she told the rest of her class to run, trying to get the attention of the boy, which she did. Matter of fact, all this was just because of him. She did not give a damn who she was punching. Sadly, who she was punching gave a damn about her. She almost shattered Panda's freaking nose. Like, get off me, kid. I'm trying to save your life. Been doing this for years and you're the first one to punch me square in my face for trying to save their life. Panda just started begging and she said, get up, kid. Unknown to her, Panda is fucking insane. She kicked Shorty in the crotch like, stay down. She ran off like a literal child just to go back to the boy she saved, hoping to get some love. Her father, on the other hand, well, he saw a picture of her and finally calmed down for a second. And a second was all Vlad needed to drop his ass. Now that he was calm, though, they had a conversation and realized that this was a whole setup by Black Angus. Clownface let him know, don't worry about Black Angus. I'ma handle him. Trust. For now, he wanted to know about Edgelord. And Clownface let him know, yeah, that guy's a piece of work. He fell in love with the boss. You don't do that as a bodybagger. It's against the rules. I don't fuck with him. Why'd you need him? He said, yeah, homeboy is back as a slaughtering zombie. And he's killing teenagers. Do you know any teenagers that might be in danger? And Clownface said, yeah, I got a kid. This kid right now was running to the love of her life. When she saw them staring at something, she wanted to see. But when she saw it, she was like, yeah, I need to leave this place. Only for Cassandra to come out like, that's what I was trying to warn you about, you dumb bitch. You kicked me in the crotch. Don't do that. This zombie is here. The only way we survive is if we work together. Panda revealed that Cisco is probably after her. And Cassandra tallied, yeah, he brought her back with his zombie blood. We need to lock in. Panda said, cool, can I have the bat? And for some reason, she gave Panda. Nah, that was a wrong move because she just kicked her in the crotch again. She was a piece of work, just like her father. Even Vlad was like, bruh, honestly, usually I'll be trying to kill you. I kill killers. But Clownface wasn't even in the mood because he knew, yeah, someone is probably telling us. And he was right because the cops in this city don't play. They fucking butcher killers. And he was rolling with the biggest killer they have ever seen. This is going to be fun.